Is the Bharti AXA Life Wealth Pro plan genuinely aligned with your long-term goals, or does it only look attractive on paper? Let us find out the answer to this question through an in-depth analysis in this video. So hi there, welcome back to holisticinvestment.in, where we help individual investors like you to make the right financial and investment decision to reach your financial goals in a more faster and smarter way. Now, before we analyze this policy, let us first understand a few basic details about it. So this is a unit-linked, non-participating individual life insurance plan. So one of the key features of the policy are the plan offers two variants to choose from, the growth variant and the legacy variant. So a wealth booster is calculated as a percentage of the fund value which is added at specified intervals, and this policy allows you to select from two investment strategies and multiple fund options aligned with your investment objectives and risk return profile. So there are also tax benefits available on premiums paid and benefits received which can be subjected to the prevailing tax laws. So there are some benefits as well, like death benefit, maturity benefit, which will all differ based on the plan variant you have opted for. So the unit link policy, there are also certain charges they charge you with, like premium allocation charge, mortality charges, policy administration charge, fund management charge, and discontinuance charge. These charges are applied throughout the policy tenure, leading to a continuous erosion of returns over time. So we need to consider this as a drawback as well. So now let us take a look at the advantages. The policyholder can opt for partial withdrawals from the policy fund value after the completion of the 5-year lock-in period. So a systematic withdrawal plan is also available only under the legacy variant, which allows for a predetermined amount to be automatically withdrawn from your policy's fund value. For enhanced protection, you can add optional riders by paying an additional premium. So premiums can also be paid on a monthly, quarterly, semi-annual or annual basis. So there are some disadvantages as well, like policy loans are not allowed under this plan. There is no liquidity available during the initial policy years. The sum assured may be insufficient, and investments are made using the net premium after deducting multiple charges. So we need to consider all these drawbacks before deciding to invest in this policy. So now, as we have a basic idea about the policy, let us move on to the analysis part of the video, where we are going to conduct an IRR analysis based on the benefit illustration given in the policy brochure to help us make a more informed decision. But if you still want to know more about certain aspects of the policy in detail, you can still refer to the policy brochure as well. Now, for example purpose, let us assume that a 40-year-old male has purchased this policy with a sum assured of 20 lakhs. So both the policy term and the premium payment term are 10 years with an annual premium of 2 lakhs. So he has chosen the growth variant. If premiums are paid consistently, the maturity benefit comprises the fund value along with applicable maturity boosters. So the projections presented on the screen are based on the assumed investment returns of 4 and 8% per annum, which are not guaranteed as given in the policy brochure. So this is just to show you how this policy can perform at worst and best case scenario. So at 4% per annum, the return, the fund value of 22.09 lakhs will be with an IRR of 1.80% as per the policy's maturity calculator. This is the assumed worst case scenario. In the best case scenario, at 8% per annum return, fund value of 27.28 lakhs will come around an IRR of 5.58% as per the policy's maturity calculator. So despite being a market-linked product, the plan fails to deliver returns comparable to conventional debt instruments, falling short of the alpha investors typically expect. Moreover, the maturity corpus is inadequate to meet the inflated cost of long-term financial goals, rendering the plan unsuitable for wealth creation. So from an insurance perspective, the sum assured is also insufficient to provide you with meaningful financial protection to the family. So the IRR analysis here clearly indicates that the policy weakens effective financial planning due to low return efficiency and inadequate life cover, making it an inferior choice for meeting both investment and insurance objectives. So now, as we know that this policy does not give us the desirable outcome that we need, let us move on to a comparative analysis where we are going to take up an alternative approach. Instead of combining insurance and investment, we are going to invest in both separately using same or similar parameters from the previous example for a much more fairer comparison. For life cover purpose, we have taken up a pure term life insurance policy with a sum assured of 20 lakhs, which only requires an annual premium of 7,200 rupees for a 10-year term. So this leaves us with 1,92,800 rupees out of the 2 lakh annual outflow available for wealth creation in the previous example. So based on individual risk appetite, this surplus can be allocated to either debt or equity instruments. So here we have assumed the surplus is invested in an equity mutual fund because of the long-term investment horizon. So here the investment generates a pre-tax maturity value of 37.89 lakhs and a post-tax corpus of 35.72 lakhs. So the combined strategy of pure term insurance plus equity mutual fund delivers a post-tax IRR of 10.33%. In the alternative approach, it results in a significantly higher corpus than the Bharti policy. And more importantly, the IRR here comfortably exceeds inflation, making it far more effective for long-term wealth creation. And if you have any doubts regarding how we have calculated the tax for equity mutual fund, you can see that we have presented a small tabular column for your reference on the screen, which you can pause and see. So now, what is the final verdict then? Is investing in the Bharti AXA Life Wealth Pro plan worth it or not? So this is a conventional ULIP that provides equity exposure within an investment portfolio. While it may appear attractive to investors seeking long-term equity participation, a deeper analysis highlights notable deficiencies in its return profile. The plan delivers suboptimal long-term returns with an unfavorable risk-return trade-off. So elevated charges steadily erode performance and the sum assured is inadequate to meaningfully secure the financial future of dependents. As a result, the plan is ill-suited for equity allocation and it also has a high agent commission. So equity investments warrant acceptance of higher risk only when they generate returns that comfortably exceed inflation. So to achieve superior risk-adjusted outcomes, investors are better served by allocating capital to other market-linked instruments rather than ULIPs. For insurance needs, pure-term life policies remain the most efficient solution, offering substantial coverage at relatively low premiums. A robust financial plan is best built with professional guidance.
You can definitely check out the blog post we have posted on our website through the link in the description. And if you want to gain more professional guidance through a professional financial planner, you can choose to book a one-on-one complimentary consultation with one of our professional financial planner through the link in the description. Also, if you want to gain more investment and financial insights through the leading experts in the finance industry, we also conduct regularly free live webinars through which you can register and gain these insights. The link is in the description. Also, if you like this video, definitely hit like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can come up with more such financially beneficial content for you. Thank you for watching.